What's good, everybody out there? Major League Baseball show, RightWager.com. It's how we get down on a hump day Wednesday as we wait for the Philadelphia Eagles and the Dallas Cowboys for tomorrow. But it's time, baby. Time to make some of that money. Time to make a little bit of that money today in Major League Baseball. Sitting 2-1 over the week. Deserve a little bit better. I'm going to explain to you what we're doing today now. Understand this. It's time to attack in the month of September. And primarily, about a week and a half ago, we started to view and say, how can we get down on, first 5 team total wagers and try to accomplish a few different things? Well, what I've been tracking over the past week, and 2 weeks, quite frankly, are the first 5 innings wagers with just the team totals. You can find those at the Caesars Sportsbook right now, and you can find them at Hard Rock. Caesars is in much more locations, but Hard Rock tends to have slightly better numbers on those first 5 innings team total wagers. So what I did today is I have 5 wagers on my card that I went full game, alt numbers, higher, not lower. So I got games with 5.5, 5.5, 4.5, 5.5, 5.5, plus 130, plus 163, plus 100, plus 155, and plus 145 full game. But first 5 innings wagers with the team totals at 2.5, minus 105, plus 110, minus 110, plus 115, minus 105. So you see where we're going with this? What's up, Aaron? How you doing? So a slight change in the calculation, which if we would have been doing this all along, it would have been hammer time. But what I've been finding out here, and again, it's correct. Some offshore books have a little bit more leeway on that. But now that we've had 2 books, Hard Rock's not as nearly as many states as Caesars. So there's many of options. Caesars in the same places as like DraftKings and all that good stuff here. All that good stuff. So when you're trying to say, all right, line up and get down to business, leaving too much money on the table. Like how many times have I came on here and bitched the next day? Hey, got 4 runs by the 5th, no runs after that, 4 runs by the 2nd. Enough with that. The underlying value of a team total wager is first 9 batters, 3 times through the rotation against the same pitcher. If it's 1 run at the end of 5, you didn't get the handicap. If it's 3 runs after 5, you did. But then you're saying, okay, 6, 7, and 8, if you're the home team, I got to come up with 2 more runs. I don't want to do that anymore. So we're either going to blow that number out of the water on the full game, or we're going to hit that bad boy in the first 5 and then just double down with plus money, 6, 7, 8, and 9. That's the changing here. That's the changing. Yeah, 1776 there, Aaron. How do you like that, right? Everybody's in the chat box learning about 1776. Endless. 1776, whatever. 1776 on my Major League Baseball card today. So I had 5 pitchers that I want to fade, and we're doubling down. First 5 innings team total, full game team total at plus money. No more bad beats. No more, I can't believe it, because at least you'll get one of those. No more scoring 3 runs by the end of 5 innings, getting shut down by a bullpen and matching up lefties versus lefties. It's not happening. So sometimes these team totals, they will hit in the first 5 innings for the full game at plus money, which we've done before. So 2 bites at the apple. Now, granted, it also might go 0-2. Like, you can live with that. You missed on a team total. Those are easy decisions to make. The bad beats on a full game, I can't live with those anymore, and we're not going to do that. So welcome in, RightWager.com, blasting first 5 innings and full game wagers. It's the way to go. It's the way to go. Bang. Eric LaFleur, what's up, buddy? Boy, I feel good today. Let's get it again, man. Come on, let's get it again. It just feels right. It just feels right. And if we want to get the angry voice out here, right?
No more bad beats. No more bad beats.
See what I mean? Let all the bad vibes go. Let the venom out. Enough. Time to go hard or go home, man. Month of August. God, the worst bad beated month I think I've ever had in my life. We're done with that. 2-1 this week already. Blasting through. Ready to go. Come on now. Feel the vibes, baby. Feel the vibes. Bookies, come out with your hands up. We're ready to take our cash back. Starts today. Afternoon action. Now, today's show, a little bit shorter than usual. I got to go on with Craig Mitch at 12:40 p.m. Eastern on the Sports Grid Network, talk a little Major League Baseball. And also understand this, too. We have some very special guests on an NFL show tomorrow. We'll get a 4-pack. Myself, Joe Lisi, Tom Vecchio, Mike Carver. 30 minutes to kickoff show. Us four will be together on Mondays and Thursdays for primetime action. Sundays, probably maybe just me and Tom Vecchio, because Joe's going to be doing live shows with Kevin on Pro Football Today. So we got some big deals planned for you guys out here. Big deals, which starts tomorrow for that Eagles-Cowboys game. But neither here nor there. Let's get to some baseball today. Looking at the Major League Baseball card, I do like today's card. You know, some days you're looking at it, okay, we can make things happen. We can make things work. And there's a couple days this week that we've already had that. Pitchers that we're not fading today, Shohei Ohtani. Here's what I love, too. Like ERA, we're not going to fade Shohei Ohtani with a 5.40 ERA because the metrics love him with Sierra pricing and XFIP. Kate Povich, Braxton Ashcraft, Zebby Matthews. That's the top four. You got to be kidding me with that. Yeah, the four horsemen going to be ready to roll, Aaron. You got to be kidding me. But that bottom of the list, the Robbie Rays, the Matthew Liberators, the Bryce Elders, the Mitchell Parkers, Nestor Cortez, Jose Quintana, Joey Cantillo, Zach Littell, Adrian Hauser, Yuri Perez, Will Warren. Those are the guys on the bottom that we're looking at today. Very good fadeable spots. But again, looking back at last night, went one on the card, got juiced out. The one game that, cost us a 2-0 night on our all-team total parlay, still lost one of them. That was the Sacramento Athletics only scoring one run against Miles Michaelis. They were 1 of 9 with runners in scoring position. Multiple chances to score. Just weren't able to get it done. So I'm tired of saying, okay, that. If you flip it over to the other ones, Minnesota had 3 runs, which, again, was enough to cash a team total parlay because you only needed 3. Now, the other game, San Francisco blew their team total out of the water, hit that easily. And then the other one was it the Boston Red Sox yesterday we had? Somebody was dotting it early. I think it might have been the Sox. Like my memories just flared up. But that's what it is. Yeah, Carver's coming back on with us, man. Carver and Lisi do some really good work together there. Reached out to Joe at the early part of the week. I'm like, you know what? You think Carver would want to come on to a football show as well? Mike reached out to me last night. We set it up, got the graphics coming out. So get ready for a 2 o'clock Eastern tweet today, officially launching 30 minutes to kickoff. Monday, Thursday, and Sunday. Half hour before kickoff. No waste. Picks, plays, analyst stuff. Get you to kickoff. See you the next day. Fantastic stuff. We're going to love to break that down. But Major League Baseball today. We have games in the afternoon, which I love. Thank you on a Wednesday. Like you may hate afternoon games, but I'm charged up for today. I needed a couple. Miami and Washington, New York, Detroit, Texas and Arizona, and Baltimore and San Diego. My favorite game, obviously, out of all 4 of those is game number 1 today. It's Miami and Washington. If we look at the card, Mitchell Parker has an 8.08 ERA for the past 45 days in Major League Baseball. 4.82 xFIP number, Sierra 4.96. He's clearly on that card just to bang away on. Is it a great lineup that the Marlins are putting out there? Not necessarily, but the hard hit contact rate against lefties for them has been really good. Xavier Edwards, Agustin Ramirez, Jacob Marcy, Otto Lopez, Gilberto Hernandez, Connor Norby, Eric Wagaman, and Javier Sanoa all have good hard contact rates. That's 8 out of 9 batters. You'll take that every time. By the way, Joey Weimer also has really good contact. He's only had 11 at-bats, though, so he technically doesn't qualify. He's been doing well also. So that's one of those games I think probably goes over the total. If we look at the numbers in that game, let me just spread this out. Minus 136 is up to minus 142s. Agree with that. I think Yuri Perez is the better pitcher. But by the way, Yuri Perez doesn't have very good metrics either. His last 45 days, close to a 5 ERA, 476 xFIP, and a 553 Sierra number. He probably gets hit again today, too. I don't like that lineup for Washington, though. C.J. Abrams isn't in the starting lineup, which sort of, gets on my nerves a bit. But I do think we might get double digits in Washington today to start the day off. Holmes, Mize, New York, and Detroit. Don't really love that game. Texas and Arizona, Leiter and Gallen. Not really great there. Povich and Cortez is really interesting because I just told you, Povich is number 2 on my card with a 4.78 ERA and a 3.35 Sierra. Doesn't make any sense, right? Super high ERA just means he's getting unlucky. K rate's around 11 per 9 innings. That's working out well. Cortez, minus 164. Don't love that game. But 640, that's night games that are starting up for us. You take a look at, Ohtani and Ashcraft. I have them 1-3 on my card today. Like, if I'm just taking the under, yes. If you look at the ERAs, no. Why would you do that? It's going to go way over that. Not necessarily. Ashcraft's got an under 3 ERA and really good analytical metrics. Pitcher's ballpark, Ohtani, shut him down. Shut him down. And Braxton Ashcraft, I don't think we get over the total in that game. I don't. Anybody got some good looks for today? What are you guys looking at afternoon action? Miami, Washington, New York, Detroit, Texas, Arizona. What you guys got out there? What are we feeling today? How we doing? Locked in any bets yet? Comment, subscribe, like, hit it all over. You know how we get down, people. It's a show that deals with the chat box as well. An easy chance to reach out. Where are you watching? YouTube? Where are you watching? Kick? Facebook? X? Where else are we on? What's the other one? Twitch. Where are my Twitchsters out there, man? Let's go. Let's rock. Bieber Littell today. Not really falling in love with that one. But by the way, me and Joe Ranieri have been red hot on plays of the day on the early line. He has Toronto run line today over Cincinnati and Zach Littell. Favorite for the Toronto Blue Jays, around a minus 165 price, total of 8.5. Mize hits over for Chops BX. All right. Keep an eye on that bad boy. I don't really particularly love that Toronto-Cincinnati game. Cantillo and Bernardo, an opener in Bernardino for Boston. Cantillo for Cleveland, not a very good pitcher. That Boston Red Sox lineup is hot, too. Stay away from that game. I don't really love that too much. Seattle and Tampa tonight. Here's one you'll get an interesting kick out of. Adrian Hauser, last 45 days, ERA close to 5 now. 4.91 xFIP number, 4.66 Sierra. Had a much better start to the season than now. And anytime you can get pitchers or anybody in that ballpark in Tampa, it's almost like you lean to the over. 12 runs scored yesterday, only 2 by the Mariners, and still went way over. Even though you're looking at both these pitchers, they could probably hold it down. No, nobody holds anything down at Tampa Bay. Stuff goes over all the way. The Endeavors was fun last night, man. Like, we had the all-team total there, which hit fairly easily, but 2-0 right off the bat in a brawl. Everybody's getting ejected. Different players in the game. Your handicap's basically up in smoke in that point, but still San Francisco was an easy winner in that one, which we love to see. But I do think there's options in this game. Let me just take a look again at Seattle. Obviously, the lineups aren't out yet. Kirby's an interesting one here because I have him listed as 5th overall in my card. ERA is getting better by the day, 3.33. An xFIP number of 3.64, Sierra 3.83. Very good numbers on Kirby. But if we go over to Adrian Hauser, his last 3 starts haven't been bad. 69 pitches, 0 earned runs at San Francisco. Great pitcher's ballpark. At Tampa Bay, 93 pitches, 4 earned runs, which was a home game, obviously, for Hauser. Got lit up a bit. Then he went to Washington, 86 pitches, 4 innings, and 1 earned run. So not going deep into games and also possibly struggling at home. Because you look at Hauser, by the way. He's only had 1 start in Tampa. Every other game has been on the road. He got blown up in L.A., blown up in Seattle. Great pitching performance, or let's just say great, 69 pitches over 5 innings, no earned runs. And then he went back to Tampa, home ballpark, 6 1/3, 4 earned runs. So he can get hit up. Hard contact rate, extremely tremendous for Seattle against right-handed pitching. Everybody but Cole Young, really good numbers. Wind blowing in a little bit, 80 degrees in Tampa, doesn't matter. Wind was blowing in a little bit yesterday. They torched that bad boy. So I wouldn't worry about that at all. No way, shape, or form. Elder versus Horton. Weather conditions not great tonight in Chicago. That doesn't mean they still can't score runs. Drizzle, some rain, mid-60s. Wind sort of crosswinding at about 11 miles per hour. It's not really affecting the fly balls all that much, which is nice. You see the total in that game listed at 8. Favorite here for the Cubs, minus 158. If we look at Elder, even though he does have some good pitching performances, the metrics don't love him here as an analytical pitcher. ERA minus 146. FIP minus 107. XFIP minus 114. ERA is a 6.20 over the past 45 days. High XFIP and high Sierra numbers. Sierra's over 5. So once again, if we're saying, all right, well, Atlanta and how does Chicago's lineup match up against them? Basic numbers, they don't look that good. Underlying value numbers of not a lot of strikeouts, which is good, but also hard contact. Only 2 guys in the lineup today, Carson Kelly and Willie Castro, don't have great contact against right-handed pitchers. Outside of that, Bush, Horner, Suzuki, Happ, Crow Armstrong, Swanson, and Shaw, all really good contact numbers against right-handed pitching. 3 of the last 4 starts have been very good for Bryce Elder. But again, we don't care about earned runs. You're looking at the underlying value of the pitcher and the metrics that we like to use for analytics that says he's due for another bad night, and I think he gets a bad night tonight. Here's a good one. Aaron Nola, who's really struggled coming back so far, right? If we look at this lineup tonight, Nola, since coming back off the IL, 2 1/3, I should say, 6 earned. 6 innings, 2 earned, not bad. 6 innings, 4 earned in his last start at home. So 1 start on the road got lit up, 2 starts at home, 6 innings, 2 earned runs, 6 innings, 4 earned runs. And he's on the road. So last time at Washington, he got lit up. That doesn't mean it's correlation that he's going to get blown away in Milwaukee, but that lineup always looks good for Milwaukee. It just does. But flip it over to the Philadelphia Phillies. Quintana is one of those pitchers I hate to bet against. But I feel like there's a need that sometimes you just have to follow what the numbers are telling you. Remember we told you that? Monday, boy, you got to get down. The Labor Day show, you got to get down on the Astros today. And they did. Scored 8 runs that day. Numbers make sense. Don't avoid those. Don't bet with your gut over what the numbers say. Quintana was blown up in his last start. The Phillies have great hard contact against left-handed pitching. Line drive rates are really good. Basic statistics, a lot of great ISO power numbers and weighted on base percentages there. K rate's a little bit high, but that's not what Quintana does. Quintana's got 6 strikeouts per 9 innings. That's terrible. And that's why his analytical numbers aren't very good. The Phillies should hit today, but again, so should the Milwaukee Brewers. Look at that 9. It's like, wait a second, Quintana, no, it's got to go under 9. It's going to be a tough game, playoff-like atmosphere. No. I think that game goes over. I do. Dana versus Burgert. Let me see what my guy Dana is. What's this guy Dana doing? Let's see. Caden Dana. Game log. Hasn't pitched in the majors since May. Beat up in both appearances, only 3 innings. Minor league wait a second. Wait a second. Now, how long is he supposed to go today? The Angels will recall Dana from AAA Salt Lake to start Wednesday's game against the Royals in Anaheim. Now, we know that's in Anaheim. That's not in Anaheim. What's this say? The Lakers will recall Dana for a AAA start to start Wednesday's game against the Royals in Anaheim. Game's in Kansas City. I got it listed here. I don't know why we're saying that. Opposite way. This guy's a AAA pitcher, guys. Now, you know me. I usually like statistics at the major league level. It's what makes the most sense. This guy, 5.93 ERA through 18 starts in the minors. 82 innings pitched, only 85 Ks in the minors. 14 bombs given up. 54 earned runs over 82 innings. 84 hits in 82 innings. Listen, we get some time to settle on this. Numbers look really, it's 68, by the way, 68 degrees with some rain in the forecast in Kansas City. Not a great day. Weighted on base percentages and ISOs look good for Kansas City. Hard contact rate looks good. This is one I got to file away. I got to write this down. I need to write Kansas City and put an asterisk right now around it. Because I know I don't like to usually jump the gun on some things. But you're bringing up a pitcher with a 6 ERA in AAA to start. Come on now. You understand what we're talking about. Ain't no mystery to that, man. Ain't no mystery to this one. This guy stinks. This guy straight up stinks, people. This is going to be one to look into today. So I circled Kansas City. That's got to be something we want to check in on for a little bit later. Burgett's on the mound, average. I don't really care about him all that much. By the way, do I have a 20-inning running line on my guy Burgert? Yeah, I do. He's 14th on the card today. 2.51 ERA, not bad. What's the line in this? Yeah, it is. Yeah, it's bounced up. It's 160 overnight to about 180. And it makes sense. I think Kansas City hits tonight. We have to add that to the card or do a double take once we get some final information. But that kid stinks. Gomes and Matthews on the mound. That's the White Sox in Minnesota last night. My favorite play for the early line was the over in that White Sox-Minnesota game, easily hitting that one. I actually thought Minnesota would do more of the damage, but Chicago came through with a 12 spot. That's beautiful. Springs and Liberatore. You know I love to fade Liberatore. I think he stinks. Yeah, Vinny P-Bomb error makes a lot of sense. By the way, I think he stinks. Matthew Liberatore. On the card today, 24th out of 25th. Super high Sierra, super high XFIP number, high ERA, ridiculous analytical numbers. We should get hits today from the Athletics. Couldn't get them yesterday. But again, trust your gut. Oh, they let me down yesterday. 1 for 9, running for scoring position. Yeah, I'm pissed off about that. But that doesn't mean you hold them back today. I think they hit today. I do. Warren and Alexander, New York and Houston. Don't really have too much of action on that. Where's Warren on my card today? Hey, Will, 15th. And then we have Alexander, who hasn't been that bad as of late. 3.18 ERA over the past 45 days. He's actually number 6 on the card. And then Robbie Ray and Herman Marquez. We should get some action in that game, too. I might have some late. I might have some late additions to my card. I got 5 already on the card today, so I'm ready. Can you do a Mize breakdown for me past 15, 45 days like you do? Yeah, let me see my guy Mize. Let's go in a deep dive here. Let's see. All right, Detroit, and we will take a look at Mr. Mize. Let's see. Just looking at some of those, 3 1/3 last start, 5 earned, bad. 5 2/3, 3 earned, bad. 6 1/3, 4 earned, bad. So he's had 4 straight bad starts here. If we look at the Mets lineup, hard hit contact rate is fantastic against right-handed pitchers. Like everybody is up. You're almost 9 for 9. Barrel rate, great at this point. But Mize lines up 11th on my card. And I'll tell you right now, here's what's interesting, Chops. He just missed by 1 percentage point on being loaded up. Sierra number is 4.19. I usually like 4.20 or higher last 45 days. XFIP 4.16, right on the borderline. ERA stinks. ERA minus stinks. FIP minus is okay. The XFIP number is a 99. He just missed out for me. But if you're saying, Donnie, free play, what can you do for me? I do think you get hits. Here's the issue, too, in Detroit. 78-degree temperatures you love. Double-digit winds blowing in from right field. Maybe that holds it down. But I'm telling you right now, Mize, he's right on that borderline. He's going to get help from the ballpark. It's a pitcher's ballpark. He'll get help from the wind blowing in. But that lineup right now for the New York Mets is absolutely firing on all cylinders. And that hard contact rate is up. And he's struggling right now, Mize. So that could be an issue. That could be a real issue at that point right there. Yeah, Mets got them hot bats, man. They do. Mets got those really hot bats. They absolutely do. But this looks like a fun card. But just, making some changes in the dynamics. Like looking yesterday, I went to fade Michaelis. He was really good. A's couldn't get any hits with runners in scoring position. I did like Minnesota in an all-team total to get over 2.5. They got 3. Thought they would get more, so not really a great handicap there. Kyle Freeland, I thought would get blown up. Well, he gave up 2 runs before getting any outs and then started a fight and got thrown out of the game. But still, San Francisco won that game going away, and they hit their team total. And then Boston against Slate Ciccone, who's a bad pitcher. They blew him out of the water. So 1-1 yesterday, juiced out a little bit. Today, we're going with a lot of plus money for full game wagers to see if we can pull those out, but mainly focus there on the first 5-inning games. 2.5s across the board on those, so 3 runs. Like, we're not even taking juice. Minus 105, plus 110, minus 110, plus 115, minus 105. Nothing deep there. No alt team total parlays, which probably would hit today. If you're looking at that alt numbers off Hard Rock and parlaying them together, like 1.5, I think that does make some sense. But I'm going straight up because there's one, again, you can go to sleep at night with a really bad handicap and sleep very good. The tough ones are when you go to sleep when you knew he had wins in your pocket and they got stolen from you. Busy morning for Mixter up there. How about that? Yeah, has been busy. All right. So we know the game plan here today. We know the opportunities and the pitchers to fade. Bottom 5 on the card here, just looking at Sierra number pricing, there's a lot of guys, 4.50 or higher. Yuri Perez, Adrian Hauser, Zach Littell, Joey Cantillo, Jose Quintana, Nestor Cortez, Mitchell Parker, Bryce Elder, Matthew Liberatore, and Robbie Ray. There's a lot of them there. So I have a lot of wagers already in on Right Wager. I'm just going to try to finalize maybe 1 or 2 more plays tonight that I think make some sense, and maybe some pitchers that I'm passing over that I shouldn't be passing over with lineups that should be able to hit. But I'm feeling confident today, and I just like the approach. I just like the approach today where, just put this way, I'm 2-1 this week, which again, it's only Wednesday. Monday, 1-0. Yesterday, 1-1. So altogether, with the team totals that we parlayed, was there 7 of them? Did I have 7 wagers total? I'm trying to think here. It was 1-0, but it was 3. So it was 3 on Monday and 4 yesterday. Because the 3-team, alt-team total hit Monday. That was the only play I had. It's like minus 102, minus 103. Yesterday, 1-1, but 7 total. Do you know what the first 5 innings team totals, which again, I went 2-1. But the first 5 innings, if I just would have done that, would have been 6-1 in those 7 games this week. Because once again, the underlying value of the money and the metrics I use is based on starting pitcher and starting lineup. And I'm just so tired of watching teams not be able to hit any part of the bullpens here. And we're not going to do that anymore. So if I go 0-5 today in the first 5 innings, I'll be able to sleep comfortably. Okay, yeah, oh no, bases loaded, bottom of the 5th inning, couldn't get it through. But nothing hurts worse than watching the 3rd, 4th, 5th, 6th, 7th, 8th, and 9th not getting a damn run when you got 3 runs in the first inning. Boom, cash that ticket. Don't worry about the rest of the game. Well, granted, we are going to worry because we've got plus money on some of these alt-team totals to the over that are sitting at that plus 150 or higher price. Yeah, we want those. But the underlying value of the handicaps that we want are those first 5 innings wagers. All right, boys, I got to get over to TV. Fun talking to you today. Tomorrow, we got football back in our lives. Whoa! Philadelphia Eagles, baby. Dallas Cowboys. More live programming. But by the way, even though I'm going to have a football show tomorrow night, 7:30 p.m., 30 minutes to kickoff, still doing Major League Baseball, baby. Still coming here each and every day on a Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, noon, lunchtime angle to have some fun and kick it with the boys out there and get after business. Thanks for tuning in, guys. Once again, if you like what we do here, hit the subscribe button, hit the like button, hit the comment button, hit the thumbs up button, and away we go. Thanks for tuning in, guys. We'll check in again tomorrow.